we will introduce another linear model for the cutting stock problem. And an easy one is to generate all the possible patterns here, all the possible patterns of assigning orders to a given plank. So I take a plank and I enumerate all the possible ways to assign some orders to a plank. Okay. So for instance, this is one possible pattern, 2 red and 3 pinks. This is another one, 2 green, 1 red, 4 pinks. Okay, and all these patterns, of course, do not violate the total length here, W, of the plank. Okay, we know that at least they do not violate the size of the plank's length. And I will introduce one variable to say if I select this pattern or not. And more exactly, this will be the number of times that I will select this pattern in my final solution. Okay, and I generate all non-dominated candidate planks. Okay, I make sure that I cannot add any more orders to this pattern. Okay, this is what I mean by non-dominated candidate planks. So I have all these patterns. I introduce one variable for each of them to tell how many times I will select this pattern in my final solution. And this will essentially be my model. Okay. And this pattern view, I can represent it like this in a table view. Okay. I will introduce one variable here for each column. Okay. And here I will each pattern will be encoded by the number of times each orders for each color will be present in this pattern. Okay, so if you take this pattern, for instance, here the first one, you see that there are 2 reds and 3 pinks. This is what I put here. I put 2 reds and 3 pinks, and of course 0 green. Okay, so I represent it like this with a table. I represent the total number of patterns. Okay, I have 9 patterns overall, and this is why I have 9 variables here. And the demand constraints here will simply represent it here. Will be represented here. I need to have at least 2 green orders, at least 3 red orders, and 4 pinks orders. This is what I have here, and so this will be my model, okay, with the table view representation, okay. Or if you prefer, I can represent it with equations like this. So a column in my table view representation will be encoded like this with A values, and the A values, Aij or AGI, is the number of planks of width WJ in my pattern identifier I. Okay. I want to minimize the amount of patterns that I will select. So I have one integer variable for each pattern to say how many times I will select this pattern. And of course, my demand constraint is here. Okay, this is exactly the same as what I had here. Okay, I go over all the patterns. I multiply the total number of times I will select these patterns by the total number of orders of type J that is present in that pattern, and it should be larger than Bj, the total number of orders of type J that I need to produce in my final solution. Okay, so that's another equivalent model. Well, it's not totally equivalent, but at least it should generate the same solutions as the initial linear problem that I have introduced before. But in practice, there are some differences, and in practice, the drawback that we have seen before do not hold anymore. Okay, so this model will have a very good linear programming relaxation. Okay, there are no symmetries. Okay, so that's also a very good point here. There are no symmetries. The drawback is that, that's something that is not good. The number of variables can be exponential in the size of the input. Okay, so I will put that in green to say that it's a true statement. Okay, the number of variables can be exponential in the size of the input, and so this is why this statement is not good. There are no more symmetries than in previous one, because in practice there are no symmetries anymore, and the linear program objective function will also be better than the previous one. Okay, and so this one is not true as well, because it was a statement that was telling me that it was even weaker than the previous one. Okay, so there are 2 good reasons for choosing that model. The linear program objective function is stronger, And also there are no symmetries, and there is one good reason not to like this model is that the number of variables that you introduce is exponential in the size of the input. And the problem comes from here, the number of patterns that you need to generate here with that model is exponential in the size of the input. And we will see how to fix that in the next video, and we will come with a lazy approach that will generate the patterns lazily one by one, only when we think that they could be useful for improving the best solution so far.